Okay, let's do problem 1. So they say the lengths of two sides of a right triangle are given. Find the length of the third side. And they tell us that Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. The important thing to know with the Pythagorean theorem, a squared and b squared are always the two legs of the triangle. So if we have a triangle kind of like this, not exactly a right triangle, but gets the point across, with our right angle here, the hypotenuse is always the side that's across from the right angle. So across from it like that. A and B, this can be A, this can be B, or vice versa. This could be B, this could be A. But that hypotenuse is always C. Okay, so knowing that, let's look at part A. So they tell us A is 3, B is 4. So we're just going to plug and chug. We get 3 squared for A plus 4 squared for B equals C squared. That gives us 9 plus 16 equals C squared, or 25 equals C squared. Now to solve this, we can take the square root of both sides. Normally, when you solve an equation by taking the square root of both sides, we have to be careful to do plus or minus. And so normally we would say plus or minus 5 equals C, but because this is a geometry problem with a physical side length, we can ignore that minus in this case, and we can say that C is 5. Okay, let's go to part B. So here, we have A is 5 root 3, and B is 5. So we're going to say 5 root 3 squared plus 5 squared equals C squared. We know 5 squared is 25. Okay, now, but how do we deal with 5 root 3 squared? Well, we can kind of think about it like this. This squared gets distributed to both the 5 and the root 3. So 5 squared is 25. What's root 3 squared? Well, if you have something in a square root and you square it, it just pops it out of that square root, out of the radical, to just become 3. Okay, so we have 25 times 3. 25 times 3 is 75, plus 25 equals C squared. 100 equals C squared. Take the square root of both sides, C equals 10. Okay, let's go to part C. So here we have A is 7, C is 25. So a little bit different than parts A and B. We can say 7 squared plus B squared equals 25 squared. We have to be careful to say equals that 25 squared because that's C. Okay, so now 49 plus B squared equals 625, and this is calculator okay. 625 minus 49 is going to give us 576 equal to B squared by subtracting that 49 from both sides. Square root of 576 is going to give us 24. Okay, let's go to part 2. So here we have A squared plus 12 squared for B equals 15 squared for C. So A squared plus 144 equals 225. Or A squared equals 81. Or A equals 9.